Hey, Sir Vix-a-Lot here. Got a 2003 Audi A4 and going to be changing out the window regulator on the driver's side. You can tell the window regulator is bad because you can kind of hear it bind inside the cable, but the button still makes the window motor go up and down, so it operates in both ways. So the motor's not the issue, it's more the regulator. The other thing I'm going to change out is these buttons here for the unlock and lock, and then you can kind of see the driver's door window button kind of worn away. I've got a couple pieces that I ordered up, aftermarket window regulator there, actually with the eBay packaging from Euro Asian Parts in Sacramento. I think that's a URO brand of window regulator. And then Rick Curran out in New York, he had a couple of these pieces off of an Audi that he was working on, and he was parting out. So these are in good shape, as the door locks, and then the window switches here. The driver's one's not that worn out. Tools that you're going to need are relatively basic. Screwdriver set, something to pry up on the door panel, Torx, as well as likely the regular old socket set here. First thing we're going to do is remove the door panel. The deco panel here has to come off. This just pries up, and then there's a little cover underneath the handle here that has a screw, and there's obviously screws behind here, and then there's one down here at the bottom. Once those are done, then you can get your door panel tool and then pop it out from the bottom, and then the whole door panel should swing out. So I just start with a standard putty knife here, starting from the very front of the unit. Just kind of pop that out like this, and then kind of get the whole thing swung out. You may have to use one back here in order to get a little bit of torque to that, and that'll come right out. The little cover here just pops right out, and there's a screw behind here. This is going to be Torx here, and on the bottom it's going to be Phillips, and then these are all Phillips right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So on the door panel, underneath the handle here, there's actually two. It looks like there's 4, and they are Phillips screws, they're not Torx, but it looks like there's 4, but you only undo the top 2 ones, and they're all the same. It's this type of zinc plated Phillips screw, and those are all the same for these 4 up here. So the only one that's different is the one at the very bottom, which is kind of a long, more of a steel type of finish, black finish screw. This one's going to have the door trunk release here. It has a seat memory here, so you're going to have to, as you're pulling this out from the bottom like this, you should reach under and disconnect those, as well as the electrical connection for the windows here and the door lock switch, and then everything will pop right up. You're going to have to disconnect the speakers. There's a speaker here for, I think, the tweeter. Could be connected right down here to the mid-range here, or the low end, and there will be a connection that you will have to disconnect for the speakers also. But there's a channel that runs along the top of the door panel, and you just lift it straight up and wiggle it out of the channel. So I've got the door panel off. It turns out that everything's connected up through this wire here. So you just disconnect it here from the window motor, and then there's a speaker wire here, and then the whole unit will come away. I also disconnected the door release basically you just pull this away. There's a U-clamp here, and you pull that away, and then it will just disconnect. So on this one here, it's a travel fit, so you just take a screwdriver and kind of, or you can use your hand, either way. I just push it just a little bit here and get it into this location here, and it'll come right out. This one here, it's just a squeeze fit, and then this unit will come away and the whole door panel will be removed. Okay, I want to take a moment here to show you how to change out the door lock switch. It's kind of held in by these two tabs, basically like pressure fit. So first you come to the back of it and you just push on this tab here, and the electrical connection will come right out of the bottom, and then it's a matter of pushing it forward through the plate, and you could just kind of slip it out like this, and then slip in the new one in the same way. So just make sure it's oriented properly and just push it in from the other side. It snaps in, and then clip in the electrical portion. Okay, this is where the Torx fasteners come in. You have to take off the entire handle on the other side of the door panel. So there's 5 Torx fasteners here and there's 6 here, and then the whole unit will drop out. When the whole unit drops out, then you'll be able to disconnect the electrical connection here. The switches are held in by a metal box, and they have small plastic tabs here, 4 of them, and you have to use a small flat bladed screwdriver to push on those tabs once the entire handle is out, and then this will drop out of the bottom. Okay, once all of them are removed, then just flip the door panel over, and this whole unit comes out like this. Disconnect the electrical connection, which is this one here for this unit, and then again there is it's a box within a box, and there's a tab here you can push down and then try to remove this unit. So with a flat bladed screwdriver, just kind of come in here until you hear it pop a little bit, and once you get it to move, you can kind of just push down on the buttons themselves, and the unit should pop right out like that. And then sticking in it is in the reverse order. Again, it has these tabs here, so once you push it on, you'll hear it click in place. Okay, back to the window regulator. So we're going to move this speaker here. We're going to keep the motor on for now. We're going to eventually have to remove it, but these are all held on by Torx fasteners. So we disconnect the speaker wire set here, and then drop out the speaker so that we can get access. This has been, looks like this has been taken off before. There's duct tape up here. We'll go ahead and reapply the duct tape, but we'll want to peel back the moisture barrier here to take a look at how the window regulator is attached. We've got the window all the way up so that we can view all of the mounting points, not only for the window regulator itself, but also its attachment to the window. Okay, what I've done is I removed the moisture barrier. I've also disconnected the motor, or the window, as well as the speaker here. And now I'm going to take off this panel and this panel. These are 2 access panels, so I can get a view inside. Okay, in order to get to the window regulator, we're going to have to remove the top part of this frame. I lowered the window about 1 inch in order to get access to the bolts on the other side once we remove it. There's a couple of bolts here, here, here. There's also one at the end. There's a little cap right here, and these are all Torx, large Torx. Once you remove the top part of the weather stripping, there's a panel that comes off here, and there's another bolt here. Then don't forget the mounting points for the window regulator. One is behind the speaker here. There's one over here. I believe there's no other top ones. I think that's it. So anyway, get those done, and then undo the well, this regulator piece is already out, but use needle nose pliers to grab these and then push them through, and then you'll be able to lift out the entire window frame. Once you have all the bolts undone, also undo this flap here. Come back over. Should be able to lift out the unit. This. One of the things I wanted to point out is I had to remove the power mirror plug out of the bottom. It's kind of tied in all the way up through here, so this had to come out along with the entire window and regulator, window frame and regulator. So first things first is to undo the glass and take that off. The glass comes out relatively easily, just held on with these. Once you get it over the nubs here, it just kind of slides right out. You can see the new window regulator here and the old one here. They're basically mimicking each other. And what you want to do is you want to mark the outlines of the top pieces here and there, and then make sure that the new one comes in at the same angle, because you want it to be pretty much in the same position and at the same angle as the old one, because that was aligned to the window edges here. Okay, this is the window with the new window regulator installed. Everything's in place to go ahead and push back into the door. When you feed the door in, just put in the electrical connection first, and then feed in the rest of the door. Making sure that the regulator stays properly oriented. back into place. The weather stripping is relatively easy to put back on. It's just you put it in the groove and then you just press on it here. Start from the forward edge and then go all the way along the back edge, stretching it over the rear corner, and then finish it off. Okay, now's the door panel. Goes back on. Now that you have the speaker and the window motor on, you go ahead and connect up the speaker here. Snap that in, and then snap this into the bottom and let it carry itself up. And then hook this into the door release and snap it into place here, and then set up the door panel so that it runs into the groove at the top. And then push it all, snap it back into place, and then put the screws on before you put on your deco panel. And then you're done.